Hi, everyone. This is Dr. Maria, and you are listening to the Energy of Money podcast, in which we give you things to think about in order to be successful with money. And this week, we're going to look at you and your money metaphors. Now, first of all, let's get some things down straight. We can't speak without using metaphors. A metaphor is something that we can take from nature that is real to explain a particular experience we're having. For example, I feel stuck. When it comes to money, I feel stuck. Now, am I really stuck? Or am I identifying with being stuck? You see, if I were up to my waist in mud, I could say to you, I'm stuck. But other than that, it's a metaphor. And you see, metaphors are not real, but they give your brain something to focus on, something to make sense of what is going on around you. Now, for example, one metaphor would be that a person is a friend of mine is a wellspring of kindness. Now, I'm using the image of a wellspring gushing forth. So it's like saying, you know, my friend is filled with kindness. Do you see how that works? But is my friend really a wellspring? No. I'm using a metaphor to try to explain what my experience is of that person. Now, you may really be wondering right now about what this has to do with you and your relationship with money. Let's get one thing straight before we go on. Number one, whatever your brain focuses on, whatever metaphor your brain focuses on, let's say regarding money, I feel like I'm stuck in a hole. Okay? If I focus on that, stuck in a hole, my brain will start gathering evidence for it. And because the brain is like a Google search, the brain says, okay, you're focusing on this. I'll give you some evidence to prove that what you're focusing on is correct. There's this old saying by Henry Ford that goes well with this. I'm going to read it to you. He says, if you think you can do a thing or think you can't do a thing, you're right. So if I say regarding money, I feel blocked. I have a money block. Now, is there some sort of a block right now that's right before me? Like a physical block, like a stone? No. I'm trying to explain my experience. But you see, if I take that and I start focusing on it, my brain will give me evidence to prove that I have money blocks. I might not know how to look at my credit card bill accurately. Keep breathing, incidentally. I might feel blocked from knowing how to make money. You know, I remember someone saying to me, Dr. Maria, I have these goals and dreams, but regarding money, I'm so blocked. I don't even know how much I want to make. I don't know even the beginning of how to go out and make that money. This person was starting a coaching business, and they were not yet in a coaching school, whether it was ours or anybody else's. They were just thinking about being a coach, and all of a sudden, the fact that they had a money block came up for them. So there is a much used phrase that helps us take a look at our insanity when it comes to money. In other words, when I focus on something like money, I'm blocked. My brain will give me evidence. That evidence is going to influence my behavior, and my behavior will produce results that are in keeping with being blocked, which then again proves my metaphor is correct. And I gather more evidence. It affects my behavior again. It produces the same kinds of results. There's a wonderful phrase that goes along with this, and it's about insanity, and it's been attributed to a lot of people. Okay, I want to read their names to you: Albert Einstein, Al-Anon, Bernard Shaw, George Kelly, Rita Mae Brown, Jesse Potter, and Werner Erhard, to name a few. And this is the phrase: insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. I'll say that again. Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. You might be asking yourself right now, where have I been a bit insane when it comes to money? Like I make a promise that I'm going to open up a savings account, and I put it off and I put it off and I put it off, and it never gets opened. But I make the same promise, and once again, I do the same thing. I postpone it. I don't even put it on a list, and it never gets opened. You know, where are you doing the same things over and over again, expecting this time there'll be a different result? This time I won't, okay, so I spend some money on tchotchkes, when I'm checking out in a department store or the grocery store, and there's all this stuff that I can see as I'm waiting in line. So what if I buy a couple magazines here, a couple of chocolate bars there? Yeah, I know. Okay, it adds up to $20, but hey, I deserve it. Well, let's say $20, and I go to the market maybe once or even twice a week. So let's say I went twice a week times 104. There's 52 weeks in a year. So times 104 is, I don't know, is that about $2,000? It's right around there. Yeah. So you want to get off that money merry-go-round? You want to stop doing that? Whatever your particular kind of insanity is. And please, you're not the only one. And there is a solution. The solution has to do with shifting where your brain is focused. Another way to say it is shifting what your brain is focused upon. I am going to read to you some money metaphors that could get in the way of your success with money. Okay? Money metaphors that could get in the way of your success with money. They sound like this. And, listen and take notes if some of this sounds like you. When it comes to money, I feel like a fish out of water. I feel like a deer caught in the headlights. I feel like I have a lot of money blocks. I feel like a square peg in a round hole. I feel like I'm stuck when it comes to moving ahead. I feel like I'm going in circles. I feel like I'm going against the wind. I feel like I'm spinning my wheels. I feel like I'm running in place. And I feel like money burns a hole in my pocket. So, did you hear one or maybe two of these metaphors that sounded familiar? Now, if none of them sounded familiar, you might want to play this part of the podcast over and listen to what I've just listed and see if listening to this allows one of your money metaphors to pop up, the metaphors that don't allow you to be successful. Fair enough? Okay, so I am going to give you some metaphors that could promote your success. Now, remember, I told you that, our relationship with money, it's really about the metaphors, the conclusions that we're focused upon. Because you've heard me say it a lot in this podcast, but I'm going to say it again. Whatever you focus upon, your brain will gather evidence for. It's going to affect your behavior. It's going to affect how you are with money, and so on and so forth. So let's look at metaphors that could promote some success. And the following is my relationship with money. It puts me on the right track. It keeps me moving ahead. It's like a well-oiled machine. It's a calm sea. My relationship with money is like a strong and sturdy bridge to my goals and dreams. My relationship with money is like a well-tuned instrument in harmony with what I love. My relationship with money, it's a steady and reliable stream. I love that. A steady and reliable stream of money. My relationship with money, it's like a guiding light for me. And my relationship with money, it keeps me on a happy trail. Do any of those sound pretty good to you? I tried to read them slowly to you so that maybe you could copy some of them down. This is what I'd like to suggest you do. Okay? Perform a money experiment over the next 2 weeks. You could always write me at marianemeth.com to let me know what you experienced. So take one of the metaphors that I listed and put it on a card. Okay? Put it on a card and train your brain. What I'd like you to do is take that card and put it on the computer monitor so that during the day, when you're talking with people or interacting or even writing, your gaze goes to that card. See, what you're doing is you're sending a message. It's almost like a subliminal message to your brain. Look at this. Look at this. My relationship with money is like a calm sea. My relationship with money is a steady and reliable stream. My relationship with money is a guiding light. It's a guiding light for me. Put one of those on a card. Look at them. Look at it for 2 weeks. That's all you have to do. Yes, because what you're doing, you see, is you're giving your brain a signal. This is my relationship with money. This is my relationship with money. This is my relationship with money. It counters the other one. And so pretty soon, your brain is going to give you evidence for the truth of this. Not only will it give you evidence, but that evidence will promote behaviors that are in keeping with that metaphor. What can I do today with money that will put me on the right track or keep me on the right track? Okay. What can I do today with money that will allow me to have it be a guiding light? I mean, look at these metaphors. They're so sweet. They're so filled with energy and of possibility and promise. The other metaphors, the quote negative metaphors, they kind of close the space down, don't they? And these other metaphors open it up. You can actually feel your heart relaxing. So look, will you try it out this week? Actually, the next 2 weeks, I'll be on next week. And if some of you have started this and you want to write to me and see what you see, I'd be thrilled. But carry this out for 2 weeks. What do you say? Let's give you a good head start in having your relationship with money be strong and sturdy, like a house that is well built. Another metaphor. So this is Dr. Maria saying thank you so, so, so much for being here with me. I hope this has been useful for you. My whole reason for doing these podcasts is to give you ways of creating your relationship with money that's filled with clarity, focus, ease, and grace. And so until next time, bye-bye for now.